Okay, I am back. All right. I think I'm going to focus on that 80-ton vehicle just to finish off what's left of that group.
Ready for orders.
Have you jump far again? Oh, you will have line of sight. I don't think I want to do that just yet.
Jumping.
All right, sensor lock you.
I've got a sensor lock.
That looks like another Shrek.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
All right, well, I got 3 or 4 evasions, so I should be okay.
Standing by. On it.
Shoot through a lot of armor. Yep, he's gonna fire at him. Yep, he missed. It just hit all around him. Don't underestimate evasion.
Good to go.
They do good pinpoint damage. So once you've got, like, if you could do precision strikes or called strikes, lasers are actually very, very good. Because then you can get nice pinpoint damage all focused on one location, whereas like my missiles are just big shotgun blast landed everywhere. Same thing with SRMs; they don't typically land all in the same location. So I find the stability damage is good when you're taking on way more mechs than you can handle, just to kind of control them by knocking them down a lot, or if you're trying to salvage them. But yeah, lasers, they are very, very useful. I tend to use them more in the later half of the engagement as I've softened them up a lot. So PPCs are good because they have stability damage. So those do pretty good stability damage, okay, as well. Especially when you get on a biome like this where it's tundra. I'm like, I am running so heat neutral that even when I get to where I'm going to fire off a lot of weapons, I'm probably not going to build up heat very quickly. So they do have a large amount of heat, but they pack a really good pinpoint punch compared to lasers, and they do stability damage. And they have a lot better range than lasers. So they're good for, like, if you have a K2 or some sniper type mech and you want to fire long distance direct fire, and you don't have ballistic hard points, or don't want to worry about ammunition. Let's see if we can finish off this Shrek and complete one of the minor objectives. No, not this turn, next turn. Okay. Awesome. Here comes the target. And he's in a Victor too, of course. And we have line of sight with him. Oh, crud. Okay. Elite Mech Warrior. Okay. What are his weapons?
Standing by.
AC-20 SRM-6 medium lasers. Okay, so he does not have good range on me if I jump backwards. All right. Good to know. Let's jump here. Let's just jump back here.
Engaging jump jet.
And let's do sensor lock on him.
Sensors locked on. They've got a lock on me.
Of course they do. Oh, you're gonna crest the hill.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Okay, so let's do
Waiting for orders.
Behemoth. Oh, you're about dead. One hit and you're dead. I'm just gonna fire one LRM 10
Affirmative.
and hope I kill you. Yep, good.
One more for the trashy.
Okay. I think I might get crazy here.
I hear ya.
And yeah.
Taking the high road.
Since I'm getting low on LRMs, I need to start taking out some of these guys directly. And you're a perfect target for that. Won't fire LRMs, keep my heat under control. Let's do a precision strike. Yeah, let's do your CT, see if we can core you out. Actually, no. Let's do your side torso. Cool. Okay, who does he see? Okay, he's mid-season indirectly. Alright, so let's do a jump here.
Engaging jump jets.
I'm gonna do multi-targeting, give you my LRMs to knock you over, and you're gonna get everything else.
Engaging multiple targets.
Primary target damage, Commander.
Headshot, nice. Or head hit. He's gonna start running though once I damage him enough.
Commander.
Let's jump here. Yep, let's do that. And we're gonna vigilance you. And let's fire. Not the large laser. Keep my heat under control. Ooh, another head hit. Nice. He is gonna start running. If I don't knock him down, he will start running.
What's up, boss?
Alright, so let's do multi-target since I can. Actually, no. Let's have mid go. Let's fire everything my LRM launcher at him. Cool. Congrats, man.
Mech warrior injury.
You're gonna enjoy it, I have a feeling. The story campaign is very, very cool. I'm gonna do my best not to spoil anything for you, because it's really cool if you go in blind and you don't know what to expect. It's really cool. The story missions get broken up. I'll tell you this though. You'll get like a story mission. If you do that, then you'll end up with anywhere from 2 to 3 side contracts. You can kind of choose what you want to do. Then the next one typically will pop up after that, which you can take whenever you want to. So you're not rushed to run through the storyline. So you can actually do a bunch of side contracts to build up your mechs and stuff if you want to. I found I usually would do about 3 or 4 contracts between the different story missions, and that helped me build up a really good supply of mechs and all that stuff. So I do plan to actually start another playthrough probably next weekend, where I'm actually gonna do a stock mech playthrough. I'll stream that, where I'm only going to use I'm not going to modify any mechs. I'm going to use whatever I find. And I cannot move components around. The only thing I'll be able to do is add like cockpit mods or gyros if I have the space for them, because they don't modify the tonnage. Yeah, I'm going to put a bunch of restrictions on myself and see if I could do it with just stock mech builds with nothing special about them. And I'm also going to keep it where you can store mechs you're not using outside your mech bay, as many as you want. I'm actually going to play where I'm not going to store anything outside of my mech bay. So it's going to be a fun, challenging one. So I'm probably going to start that next Saturday, where, yeah, I'm just going to start playing through, and I am not going to save scum. It's going to be Iron Man. I lose a pilot, I lose a pilot. I have no idea how far I'm going to make it. But I should be able to save up a lot of C-bills because I won't be modifying mechs and stuff as much. And I'll have to sell stuff as I start accumulating it, because I won't be able to hang on to, like, inactive mechs I'll have to get rid of. So it's going to be fun. You'll figure it out when you start playing it, what I'm talking about. If some of that seems like, I don't understand what that part is. But once you start playing, you'll figure it out pretty quick. You could. I didn't, just because I wanted to make sure I experienced it like without being frustrated. So, because I wasn't sure if I was going to get frustrated or not, if I got in over my head at times. So, but yeah, you can go for it. You get some cool little background stuff too. Like you could pick where your mech warrior's from, and some other minor stuff. So you might get some background related text choices when you're going through different sort of interactions in the story. So that's kind of neat. Where my character in this is, his background is he was in a mercenary company in the Inner Sphere, and he is from the Lyran Commonwealth. But you could pick pretty much any of the successor states or the periphery where you're from, and you could be a former soldier, a mercenary, a gladiator, a pirate. So there's all these background like type things. So I'll probably play like an underworld pirate type of character on my Iron Man run, just to be like the opposite of what I'm doing now, because I was playing an honorable warrior and all that. Okay, so let's see. I gotta knock him back down. So, all right, multi-target. Yeah, I'm gonna pick him as A, him as B. See if we can knock down both. I need to give A lot of tubes to finish him off. B will get the LRM-10s. So let's see if we can knock them down or get them close to being knocked down, because he's about ready to die, the pilot. And he's taken 2 head hits, so he actually, that should be his 3rd pilot injury from getting knocked down, because his head got hit twice. And he might start fleeing, because that's the target I'm after. Yep, he's gonna start running, I think. Oh, no, not yet. Oh, I think he landed a hit because I got some stability damage from that AC-20.
Damage minimal.
Okay, so
Waiting on you, Commander.
glitch. Glitch. Let's get you here into the forest. Jump ya. He's about ready to fall. Alright, so I'm going to do multi-target on these guys as well. You're A, you're going to get the LRM 15. You're B, you're going to get everything else. Not going to fire the PPC this time. Little too much heat there. Yeah, no, that's a little too much heat. I won't fire the PPC this time.
Uh-huh.
See if we can knock you down. Oh, cool. I killed him. Awesome. I didn't see where I hit him, though. I might have got a headshot. Yep, I got a headshot. Oh, it sucks. I couldn't see it, though. I'm like, oh. I've actually gotten a couple of lucky headshots throughout the course of my playthrough. And it looks like I killed the pilot in the Awesome as well, because he's down and I don't see him anymore. I've tried called shot headshots and I just never can land them. It's always just the random, like, it hit him in the head and killed him. So, I did have a couple of melee kill headshots early on in the campaign, which was really cool. It was a heavy mech I was piloting, and I punched a light mech, and it just vaporized his head in one hit. Okay, so I'm actually going to clean up these last 3 mechs because I could either bug out now, but I want the salvage, and I'm going to have to see him anyway if I run down here. So I'm just going to keep LRM in these guys, and then I'm going to run in and brawl them down.
Orders?
Okay, so because I went for max salvage on this contract, so the more stuff I kill, the better salvage chances I get, or better options for salvage I get. Alright, so we're just gonna have you sensor lock. Doesn't really matter. We're gonna do him. I have no idea who I've hit and who I haven't. Nope, we're not moving.
Roger. Venting heat and stabilizing.
Oh, you're up where I can see you now. Awesome. Okay, so knowing that, now I can start multi-targeting because I have multiple targets to hit. So I'm going to give each of them 25 tubes apiece for stability.
Multiple enemies locked in.
Okay. Okay, mid is up here. Actually, let's do
What can I do
glitch.
for you?
You're A, you're B. Oh, I can only fire my PPC and my LRMs. That's fine. We shall do that then.
Got it.
Knockdown. And his side torso is pretty beat up, so that's what I'm going to focus on with mid. Alright, so mids go. I'm going to move. Let's see, I'm going to jump you. Here.
Engaging jump jets.
Ooh, I can finish him, knocking him down, but then I won't be able to call shot him. I'm gonna call shot. We're gonna fire everything, including my LRMs, at his CT.
All weapons committed.
Nice. Oh, 5 points left on his CT. Oh, so close to killing him.
Critical damage detected.
I just gotta blow on him and he'll fall over and die. Okay.
Good to go.
You know what, Decker? Let's get you into this fight now. I think we're safe enough to do this. Let's see. I want to get to where... Actually, let's do this. That's probably the safer bet.
Firing jump jet.
I just remembered they have AC-20s, so I'm like, yeah, that's not going to be good for Decker if he gets hit by one of those. But he can finish off this guy. He has 5 health left, for crying out loud. I'm just going to overkill him. I'll fire 4 medium lasers at him. That should be enough.
Roger.
Because if you don't do overkill, then you'll miss, and then you're going to be feeling even worse. So I'm like, I could do it probably with 1 or 2, and I'd be safe. But no, I'm going to do it 4. Get 4 chances to kill him. Okay, so
Good to go.
Behemoth can fire at him, which she shall do.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
I think this other one, he's missing his AC-20, so I knocked this guy down. I should be safe to jump Decker in for some close combat. Yeah, he's just got 2 medium lasers, so I'm gonna focus on him. Let's do a precision strike and see if we can take his CT down. You know what? Nope, we're gonna focus on his right torso.
Engaging target.
Nice solid thud from that Gauss rifle hitting.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
And knocked down. Okay, Glitch gets to go now.
Waiting for orders. Got it.
All Glitch can do is fire indirectly. Darn it. Yeah, let's just fire at him. Okay, Decker.
What's up, boss?
Let's have some fun with your flamers. You got 6 flamers, let's go use them. Yes, close enough to use them.
Up high.
We're gonna do an alpha strike on the guy who's on the ground. Let's do your CT, and we're gonna overheat him with the 6 flamers I have.
Got it.
Oh, almost overheated him.
Target's taking a critical hit. Watch my heat. I'm taking damage.
No, you're not. You're fine. He fires anything and he's gonna overheat. Oh, good. You're gonna go fire at mid. That's good. I think he lost his AC-20. Can I melee anyone? No, I cannot. Darn it. You know what? I haven't done it very often. I'm gonna do a death from above. Hopefully I will not regret this. because it's really going to mess my legs up when I do this.
Warning. Leg damage imminent.
Stripped off the rest of his weapons. And you're going to headbutt me. Oh, you're going to kick me now. Okay. That's fine.
Warning. Armor low.
Waiting on you, Commander. Ready, set.
Okay. Oh, you still have an AC-20. Interesting. All right, we're going to finish you off. So actually, let's do multi-target. You are A, you are B. And I'm good with heat, so I'm firing everything.
Line them up and I'll shoot them down, Commander.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
All right.
Did you see that? Did you see it?
Glitch kills me. Commander, the area has been cleared. Darius has given me the green light to land immediately. Hold position.
Mission successful.
Woohoo! That was a whole lot of victors. That was 4 victors, 1 awesome, and 2 Shreks and 2 Demolisher tanks. Alright, salvage time. Yeah, 103 C-bills. Yeah, I was not going for pay. That's totally fine. Glitch got a lot of kills. 4,400 experience, which I don't need on any of these characters anymore, but hey. No injuries, so that's good. Thank you. So here's where I can choose 4 priority salvage, so I can select 4, and then I'm going to get 14 random other pieces. So mechs these are partial mech salvage. You need 3 of the same one to build the mech. So technically I could build an entire awesome 8T, which I might do. There's a whole lot of victors here, so there's actually 2 complete victors if I took all that, or get all of that. So what you're looking for when you do damage... Oh. Okay. Hey, no problem. I understand, because downloading the game is way more important than watching me. So, I understand that completely. Weapons that you see with pluses are better than average weapons. So, you always want to kind of take those into account when you're getting salvage, because it actually, a lot of the time as you progress through the game, getting weapons that are enhanced is better than actually taking mech salvage most of the time. Where in the case of this is an insanely powerful AC-20 because it's giving plus 20 damage and plus 20 stability damage on top of that. So I am totally taking that AC-20. And this is one of the best LRM-15 combos you can get for modifications as well. It knocks stuff over really, really well. So I'm going to take that as well. There's a plus 15 stability PPC, which I already have 2 of those, so I'm going to pass this time. Oh, good gyros. Plus 3 hit defense. Makes it harder for opponents to hit you. Jump jets, leg mod, rangefinder, 2 targeting computers. So the nice thing about cockpit mods, which are rangefinders, comm systems, and like enhanced cockpits, which add damage resistance to your pilot, is they have 0 tonnage, so you can throw them on any mech as long as they have a head slot open, which is really nice because then it's like it adds a lot of extra capabilities. Same thing goes with gyros. So I got 2 gyros up here, which are really good. And they're 0 tonnage, but take up 3 central torso CT slots. So I am actually very tempted to take these, because these are really good gyros. And risk what mech stuff I get. I think I'm going to do that, because those gyros are really nice. So yeah, I'm going to take both those. I'm going to confirm, and I got 2 pieces of Victor salvage, 2 more AC-20s, PPC, SRM-6, some heat sinks, and some AC-20 ammo. That was a good haul. I like the weapons and the mods I got, so I'm happy about that. So we will see. We'll jump around my ship real quick. Yep, getting training. I understand. So you'll end up with this ship eventually in the story mission. You start off with just the Leopard dropship, but when you get the Argo, you can start upgrading it to get a lot more capabilities and stuff, but it costs a lot of C-bills to do. Okay, so let's look at the captain's quarters real quick. Change your mech colors and heraldry. That's fine. I want to look at my rep. Yeah, I gotta start working on some of these other reps. Okay, so Mech Bay. Sweet, welcome back, man. So you probably missed the salvage part that I just did. I got some good mods and some enhanced weapon systems. I chose to forego choosing or directly selecting any of the mech parts, mech salvage. Where I was just going for some really, really nice weapon systems that dropped. So here's my mech bay. I gotta unlock my 3rd mech bay, but you get 6 slots per mech bay. So right now, yeah, I could actually field a full company if I wanted to. Well, have a full company worth of mechs. But I don't want to because they cost money to maintain if they're out of storage. So I got a better gyro. So I am going to replace. Yep. I got this AC-20, which has plus 20 damage and plus 20 stability over the stock model. So it does 120 damage per hit and 60 stability instead of 40. So this thing hits really hard. So I will be using that on a mech eventually. The other thing I got was this LRM-15, which is plus 50% crit damage and plus 2 stability. It effectively doubled the stability damage for each missile that it fires, which this is like the best mod, like the best stat you can get on LRM launchers is plus 2 stability. I don't know if plus 3 stability exists anywhere, but I have not run across it yet. And then I had gotten these 2 gyros, which give plus 3 hit defense. Which I am going to swap out my plus 2 hit defense gyro for this plus 3. So. Alright, take that out then. I want to put that in there. There we go, plus 3 hit defense. And I got my plus 50 meter viewing range on my rangefinder. So. That's only going to take 2 days and cost me 3 grand. So that's actually not bad. I have 16 million C-bills, so. So when you do this, as I wait for it to load, I can go back out to outside of the ship and advance time. So I'm just going to advance time 2 days to complete that repair.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
Is it just MG as far as which components you receive there? Oh, RNG, yes. Well, actually, when you negotiate a contract, so here I'll show you the contract setup. Right here, you get your maximum salvage. So if you go into a negotiate a contract, you get these sliders. So you can say, oh, I want maximum C bills, and it drops your salvage down, what your potential salvage is. So I could get a maximum of 1.1 million C bills. And then if I decided, which I usually go for full salvage, so it's a there's a number slash and another number. The first number is it's called priority salvage. So you can actually select 3 items off the list of available salvage. So you go through the list and you're like, I want this, this, and this. So you can pick those 3 things. And then the remaining, you subtract that number from the second number. So I'd get 11 additional random pieces of salvage after that. So I usually find that it's very tempting to take more money, but if you take the salvage, you can actually sell the salvage and make more money if you don't use it. So I go more for the salvage, and I've just been kind of pack ratting the salvage as I go. I'll occasionally go through and sell a bunch of it and make a couple 100,000 or a few million C bills off of it. But mechs drop. So if you can get a mech intact, so that's by killing the pilot without utterly destroying its CT, or by a headshot, 3 pieces of salvage for that specific mech will drop into the list at the end. Because you have to get 3 components or pieces of that mech to put it together and get a complete mech. So if you don't kill the pilot and say you blow off both side torsos or you core out the CT, you could only get 1 or possibly 2 pieces of that mech then. So you just hang on to them if you choose them, and then if you run into another one, you can complete the mech at a later date. So early on in the game, because you're looking for mechs, you kind of want to finish as many mechs as you can, just so you have a nice pool you can choose from. Where I'm at the point now where I have a good selection of mechs of all the weight classes. So I'm looking more for weapon systems, ones that have pluses after them, which give added bonuses. Because I'm at the point now where I'm depending more on getting a lot of the really good weapon systems, because that is actually making a bigger impact than the actual mechs I'm getting myself. So if I go back to the mech bay, I can look at, if it loads. If I go to my storage, this is all the mech parts, partial mechs and full mechs that I actually have that are not active. So we can sort them by weight class. So yeah, I've got 2 commandos, 2 spiders, 3 Jenners, a panther, 2 fire starters, and a locust. And then I have partial salvage on a bunch of other ones. Like I only need 1 more piece of the spider 5V to complete it. Same thing with this locust 1S. Where the commando 2D, I need 2 more pieces of that to finish it. Yeah, I got a lot of mediums. So you'll quickly transition into mediums early in the game. So you won't use lights for a very long period of time. And then yeah, once you start getting heavies, those just come fast and furious. So I got a lot of heavies as well, and accumulating assaults at this point. So got a couple awesomes, a Victor, 3 Banshees, a Battlemaster, and an Atlas. So but then you have your components. So when they're in storage, all of the weapons and equipment are stripped off of them, and they go into your components area. So if you go into your components, which you can sort by types, so I'll just have like all the ballistic weapons. So most of this is stuff that was stripped off a lot of the mechs that I stored, or just random salvage that I've accumulated. So I've got 8 AC-10s, You always want to get like ones with pluses. Like, yeah, I got one AC-10 plus plus plus. It's plus 20 stability and plus 50% crit. Whole bunch of weapon systems here and ammo. So, same thing with my energy. Whole bunch of that. And you can go into your equipment, and then you got like your arm mods, cockpit mods, heat sinks, and things like that. So yeah, there is a whole lot of stuff you could. I've spent whole streams basically, or an hour of a stream, just going through and modifying mechs and organizing stuff and trying to figure out what the heck I have. So yeah, it can get really in depth if you let yourself kind of just get sucked into it. All the maintenance and stuff of your mechs. So let's get another contract, since I didn't have anyone injured and I got 19 days until my next financial report. So yeah, you get 30, I think it's 30 or 31 days between like your monthly finances where you have to pay your mech warriors, which if you go to your finances, you have your salaries of all your different mech pilots. So I'm paying out 337,000 C-bills a month just for my pilots that I have. And then the operating costs of like the Argo and all the different modifications I have on it. And then for each mech that I have active, that's 12,000 C-bills a month apiece. So yeah, 224,000 C-bills. I'm fine for more than 18 months, it looks like. So, because I haven't been spending any money. I've just been accumulating. I got about 16,000 or 16,300,000 C-bills. You get paid really, really well for the story missions. So when a priority mission comes up that advances the storyline, you typically are going to get at least 1 million C-bills on top of getting like 4 priority salvage and a maximum like 14 salvage total. So yeah, you get a lot for the priority missions, which are very lucrative. You just have to make sure you have enough funds stashed away so you don't go bankrupt. That's really the only way you can lose the game, is if you go bankrupt. So I always was trying to keep at least 3 months of finances up here in this area. I was always trying to keep at least 3 months up there. That way I knew I was good. I could do enough missions to make do until the next priority mission, the next story mission came along. But then I just ballooned up about 2/3 of the way through the campaign. I just stopped spending a lot of C-bills because I wanted to accumulate a lot, because the modifications to the Argo get really expensive as you progress through it. So I just started accumulating. Now I'm like, yeah, I got 1.5 years worth of finances, so I'm good. I can go pretty much anywhere I want to now. So star map. Let's look at the star map. So once you're done with the story campaign, you can actually go to every single one of these systems. There are a lot of systems, but when you're playing the campaign up until the end of it, you're kind of stuck in, you can't go into the Capellan Confederation or the Federated Suns or the Free Worlds League. You're blocked from doing that. And I think there's some systems within the Taurian Concordat and possibly the Magistracy of Canopus that you can't go to either. Where this is just, this area here is like all the kind of lower beginner areas. I mean, you can get some tougher ones like 3.5 skulls for the challenge, but you start off kind of in this area. Where is it? It is, where are they? Oh, so like Detroit, it's a 3 skull challenge difficulty. Bellerophon, that's only, yeah, it's a Bellerophon, Detroit, and I want to say Erkunin. Those are like the 3 starter systems that you start off at, and then it just kind of keeps expanding out what you can access as you progress the storyline. You tend to start moving towards this area, which is the Regan Reach, for the main storyline, and then you work your way through there throughout the storyline until you complete it. and then all these other ones open. So I'm eventually going to make my way up into this lower southern edge of the inner sphere. But these are like all 5 skull missions and stuff, so they are going to be quite tough. I think the last one I just did was a 5 skull. So they can get kind of complex, and if you get a really bad RNG for when they puts together like the biome and your opponents and the spawn points and all that, you can end up just getting your butt handed to you on certain missions. So so let me go back to, and this was the other thing that I always that helped me early in the game to save funds, is look for travel contracts where they pay your travel. So if it has a little planet here with an arrow, they'll pay your travel expenses to that system. So it's a good way if you're looking to get out of your current system. Like I still have 2 contracts here that I can do, or I can take one here on, both these are on Itram, and that'll actually pay my travel expenses to that system. So it's like, it could be anywhere from like 60,000 C-bills to 120,000 C-bills. So it saves you, that adds up over time. So I always just try to go with the flow of the travel contracts to kind of move around. Because, yeah, that 100K C-bills, it adds up after you've done it a lot. So for me, I ended up sticking around the starter area a little bit longer just because I wanted to get a couple of more medium mechs before I started moving in, because I started getting some more difficult missions as the storyline progressed, and I was like, yeah, I just need to get like 1 heavy and I'll be good. And I was actually able to get a heavy out in one of the starter areas, the starter systems, through one of their missions contracts. But that's the basic gist of it. So this is a capture base, and this is a battle. The last one I did was an Assassinate mission, so there's a specific target mech and pilot that I have to go after, and then they have reinforcements and escorts and stuff like that. And those can get tricky because if you don't take down the target fast enough, once you engage him, he'll actually try to run away at some point. And if you don't catch him and he gets away, then you fail your contract. So, I mean, you won't, if you do the other sub-objectives, it's not a complete failure, but you don't get like the full amount for it if you fail it that way. Where I tend to like the battle ones because they're straight up battles. Capture base, you have to deal with like turrets and stuff like that, which can be kind of hairy at times. This is a capture base, and this is a battle. So, and then you want to look at the biome. Like highlands are a good neutral biome. Polar's great because it's cold. Lowlands is fine. That's like the highlands where you can get some marshlands, which help with your stability, offset stability damage. Highlands. Then if you get like vacuum, Martian, desert, or badlands, those all have really bad heat penalties. So you have to be very, very careful with your heat levels on those. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go to Itram because I think that's gonna get me. Where's that located at? Here's the travel contract. Okay, so that's actually only 1 jump. That's not really. It's only 30K. I kind of want to jump over into the Taurian Concordate and start kind of messing around down here, see what I can get. Let's see. If I go, yep. I think, and then you get attributes for the different systems. So you want to look for stuff like, here's a good example. If I go to the capital of the Taurian Concordate, it has manufacturing, mining, inner sphere level civilization, rich, travel hub, large population, regional capital, research. All those will dictate what sort of things you might find in the store in that system being sold there. So there's a very good chance on a system like this that there's going to be really nice stuff in their store that you can buy. Where I'm at currently, if I go to the store here, because this is large population, manufacturing, inner sphere level civilization, rich, research. So if I go to the store here in this system, take a look through here. Yeah, there's an AC 20++. In the starter systems, you really won't see any. You might see the occasional plus weapon, but not a ++ or a +++. Where this one has plus 50% crit. I don't really care for that, but hey, it's a better than average weapon. Medium laser ++. +5 damage and +1 accuracy. So that's actually pretty decent. And then if you look at equipment, they might have, yeah, oh, a gyro ++. +3 melee hit. But you got to be careful with the gyros because they cost, like, stuff like this. Like, that's a 500,000 C-bills just for one thing. They got leg mods, jump jets, heat sinks. Let's see what mechs. Yeah, so they actually have 2 pieces of a Griffin salvage components that you can buy. So if I had like 1 piece of that and I wanted to finish it, then I could actually, no, this is actually a complete Griffin. I was like, wait a minute, that's 5 million C-bills. So they have 2 actual complete Griffins that you could buy, which I wouldn't do because I can get them through salvage. But other systems might only have like a salvage component, like 1 piece of a Griffin. So if you had 2 pieces of a Griffin in your storage and you wanted to complete it, you could be like, in their fraction, it'd be like 500,000 C-bills instead of 5 million. And then you could complete your Griffin. So... and because of my reputation with the Arano Restoration, I get a 10% discount on all my purchases. So, on any of their systems. So if when I leave this space, I won't be able to get that discount till I get my rep up wherever I end up at. So, I'm gonna go to contracts, and capture bases are kind of fun, but they take a long time. Longer than your typical battle contract. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna pay the fees, the travel fees, and head over to Argos. Just kind of see what they have here. Pox outbreak. Oh, that's lovely. It's gonna take me a month to get there, though. What is there anything closer that I can get to you? 27 days. Alright, if I go up to the Capellan Confederation. That's cheaper to get there. $90,024 days, 29 days, 21 days. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to take I'm going to take that travel contract because it's going to gradually get me closer to that border, I think. So let's take... We'll do the... Well, let's take this one. The Hot Landing. It's a battle in the Highlands. 4 skulls. Satellite surveillance pictures show that a heavy lance was inserted onto the planet's surface by a pirate dropship. Currently, we believe they are securing their LZ, preparing for whatever operation they may have planned. Before they finish securing the area, we'd like you to interrupt them. They're heavily armed, so expect strong resistance. So, probably a heavy lance at least. It's 4 skulls, so there could be an assault mech or 2. If they just set down, they may not be battle ready. We might catch them with their metaphorical pants down. Alright, so let's negotiate this one. Since, yeah, it'll pay my travel fees there, so that's fine. So another thing you can do, too, is if you don't want to take salvage or payment, you can drag these all the way down to the bottom and your rep will go up. When dealing with the Arano Restoration, don't do this because you're going to get tons of rep doing just all the missions for them, so you don't even have to worry about rep with them. So I typically am just going to be like, oh, I'm going to take max salvage because I'm still going to get 100k, and I'll get 3 priority and 11 additional random, so let's do that. Battle is, your objective is to engage and defeat a lance of enemy units. This is a stand-up fight, so frontline combat units are recommended. Highlands. The Highlands biome features thick woodlands that provide cover, as well as sudden elevation changes and rocky outcroppings. Areas of marshland offer increased stability. So we'll accept that, and we'll start traveling. And while we're traveling, I am going to take a 5-minute break because I need to stretch my legs. We'll get back to this. Alright, so I'm going to take 5 minutes and I will be back.